You can set, I could set an intro video. I don't know why I've never thought of doing that. That could be very fun. Okay, let's go live on, oh my goodness, my dog. Hold on 1 minute. Dolly, no, we are not doing that right now. My dog has decided now is a great time to come in here for the first time all day and chew her loudest squeaky toy. Dolly, no. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. This dog. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. It's time for Chaos Crafty Hour. We're actually going to be looking at Cricut Design Space today, which I am very excited about. Hello. Sorry, my chair is so squeaky today. I also have a very big case of the Fridays. Hi. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good Friday. I hope you've had a good week. I wonder what we always end up talking about this in one way or another. Hey, Roberta. Hi, everyone. Hi to all the people joining. We're going to be talking all things crafty as usual today. I think we can officially safely transition to Christmas holiday crafting. I think we're all kind of past. Me too, Jeanette. Jeanette's having her coffee. I'm having my coffee. Even though it is 11 o'clock here, I am on my second cup because it is just that kind of day. So yeah, what's everyone been up to this week? I missed you guys last week because I was feeling sick and I could not get on the live. I would have been like this for an hour. So Jeanette, that's a much more reasonable time to be drinking coffee. I'm just sitting here at 11. Also, Justy needs coffee and it's noon for you. So, right? Aren't you an hour ahead of me? I think you are, but we'll see. There's a bit of a delay, so I have to wait for you to see that and respond. So yeah, yes, it's noon. Noon for her. Okay, what's everyone been crafting this week? What's everyone been doing this week? We're transitioning to Christmas crafting mode. Winter crafts of all kinds, which is why I have this design pulled up right here that I think is hysterical. I actually have a few fun designs pulled up that we're going to talk about today. I kind of thought it might be fun. I feel like a lot of times we get a bunch of Cricut Design Space questions. Coffee o'clock all day, correct. Yes to that. Yes to that comment. We get a lot of comments about how to do different things in Cricut Design Space. And if you are a Cricut crafter, you might have noticed Cricut Design Space there have been a lot of updates this year. So I thought it might be fun to kind of go through some of the tools that I use all the time, and you guys can throw in your tools that you use all the time, and we'll just kind of play with them so that everyone gets really familiar. Jeanette, yes. Jeanette says she's been making stickers and she's addicted. Was this because of our live 2 weeks ago, or were you already getting into stickers and it just was serendipitous? Coastal Georgia. Nani, I was just in Coastal Georgia last weekend with my sister. We were in Savannah and we went out to Tybee Island for a day. Yes, from the live. Amazing. Yeah, I have also been on a little bit of a sticker kick. Hold on, let me just open this drawer and show you guys because it has been it's a little embarrassing actually, the amount of stickers that I just have shoved into this drawer because I'll make them and then I'll just put them away. Look at this drawer right now. This is just so embarrassing. Those are all the ones that I have just been making because I've been testing out different sticker papers and testing out different holographic stuff. I actually just made a video. Oh my gosh, where did I put that video? Now I have to know. Yes, the holographic laminate. Is that what we talked about last week? The holographic laminate, or 2 weeks ago? I can't even remember anymore. Hold on, now I have to go see. That must have been it because you're talking about it, Jeanette. But I made a video about that. and I can't remember if it's on the Design Bundles account or if it's on my personal channel. I think it's on the Design Bundles one. Oh, Justy, thank you. That was y'all. Okay. I just like don't even remember anymore. It all runs together. Where do things go on the interwebs? But yeah, that holographic laminate is so cool. And I think it does a lot better job than the holographic sticker paper. Hello, everyone jumping on. Jeanette, yes. I feel like it's always good to have a stash of stickers because then you can like put them like in your Christmas presents, or you can just like, my kids love to come get into them. They're such great little add-ons for gifts and stuff. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Oh yeah, Nani, I know where you are. Near Jacksonville, in between Jacksonville and Savannah. Do you know, I embarrassingly can say it was maybe only like a year ago that I realized how actually close Jacksonville is to Savannah. It's not that far away. Yeah, well, I have plenty of brain farts. So I have many. I have many of those. So yeah, I've also been making a ton of stickers. And I've also been, oh, did I show you guys my embroidery last time? I wonder if it's still in here. I've been working on my hand embroidery. I've not made much progress, to be honest with you, but that's because I've been working on learning the cable chain stitch. Yes, we talked about this last time because I sent you guys the link of where you can buy this thing, but this is my little embroidery thing I'm working on. I just finished doing the life, but I somehow made like a tail right here that I need to cut off. And then this is the cable chain stitch that I've been learning. And then this is the tulip stitch, which is kind of messy, but this has been a really fun, like at night when I want to wind down and I maybe don't want to like read my book. I've been loving doing this. So we need to have a live where I just work on this and you can see the progress because it is very fun. I've been enjoying that a lot. And then what else am I doing? I've been playing in Blender, which is a 3D modeling software. But we won't get into that today. That's a little outside of the crafty realm. That's just kind of like design work, I guess. So yeah, let's talk about Cricut Design Space, shall we? I'm trying to think of well, does anyone have any like specific questions about Cricut Design Space, or do you guys want me just to kind of like start playing with these files and we can see what happens? It is Chaos Crafty Hour after all, so I'm happy to just go rogue. But if you have specific questions or you want to like learn about a specific tool, speak now. I would say speak now or forever hold your peace, but there is no holding our peace for Friday Crafty Hour. I need music today. I'm going to turn us on some music while we're doing this also. Okay. I'll keep it kind of quiet. Knockout designs. Wait, what even are knockout designs? Justy, tell me what that is and I'll try to do it. Is that where like it's inverted? Where like the actual design is the punch through and the vinyl is the everything else? Is that what that is? Did I just make that up? Also, I was telling Justy before this. Oh, like where you put an image over text. We're gonna have to look at an image of this. Let's do it. Okay. We're gonna go to Pinterest and I'm gonna share my screen. So we're gonna learn knockout designs today. Okay, let me remove this. And let's share my screen. Okay, let's see what knockout designs look like. We're going to do that. Like, this will actually be a really good one because I don't even know what a knockout design is. So let's play the game of like, how would I do this? Not knowing anything about it. Hi, everyone. We'll do both, Justy. We'll invert the whole thing and we'll do a knockout design. We'll do cricket. I don't think it really matters, but we'll see what comes up. Let's see. I don't think this is what you're talking about because it's showing like that as a knockout text, but I think that's what I'm talking about. Do I need to search something different? Am I just like putting the wrong thing in? Also, you guys let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. I just have it playing in the background a little bit because it was feeling a little too quiet in my room. Words. She says, yeah, or that mom thing, just layering things with words. Words. This. Understood. Oh, yes. We should definitely do this. I think this is a really like common thing that people want to know how to do. Okay, let's do it. Yay. Okay. I'm going to stop my screen. I'm going to go back to Cricut Design Space here. Okay, so I'm going to hide all of these. If you don't know, you can hide toggle visibility on your everything that's on your canvas if you don't want to cut it or play with it. Nani, that's what I was wondering about. I'm like, if it's just playing in the background, does it matter? If anybody knows about that, please let me know. I do not in any way, shape, or form want to get a copyright strike. And I will happily put on like classical instrumental music if I am supposed to or if I need to. So anyone who's knowledgeable about this, please let me know. I just have a little background music playing right now and I just put on Spotify Shuffle. So, okay, we're going to try to do this knockout text situation. So first we want to add our first set of text. We're going to just basically copy that one that we saw and do mom. Because, I mean, ideally, it looks like when you're doing this, you want a word that can be really readable, even when it has a section cut out of it. So like, if I did a more complicated word, well, let's try this. We'll do a Christmas one. I'm going to do merry and bright. This might look really stupid, but it's okay. We're going to try it anyway. So you want it to be a word that can be recognizable even when there's like a slice cut out of it. So choosing like a complex word is probably not going to work, but I think this will do okay. The reason why I think we may have an issue is because if we cut right through and we block out this part of the G right here, it's going to look like a C. So you kind of have to think about those things, but we're going to try it. We're going to see how it goes. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, Nani, you're making me stressed about this. Is it really loud? Can you guys hear it? I've got it literally turned on 1 volume. Merry and bright on top. Oh, so merry is the thing that's cut through. Okay, yeah, because I was going to do merry and. Okay, I feel like it's fine if it's quiet. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if I like it. You know what? We're gonna try a couple. We're gonna try this. We're gonna do it twice, and we're just gonna see which one we like better. Okay. I don't want. I would like some better zoom functions in Cricut Design Space, by the way. I'm petitioning for this, and I should petition for it. I don't want it to be like I don't want it to be 75, but I don't want it to be 25 or 50. I want like to be able to control it. I want it to be like 35% zoom. All right, let's find a font for this. I'm going to go to my bookmarked fonts. Actually, let's get a font from Design Bundles, shall we? I bet I actually have one saved. Hold on. Justy is gonna know which ones are design bundles. This one is from Design Bundles, this monkey script, but it'll be really hard to see. So we'll just we'll save ourselves some time. We're gonna use this BFC Gold Coast font for now. And I'm gonna use probably a Design Bundles like script font in the middle. Although that might be too complicated. We may want something simpler for this. Because again, a lot of it is going to get cut out. So we want it to be like, we don't want like all this like, what's it called? You know, like warping and all that kind of stuff. We just really want like straight up and down block text. Because when we cut it out in a second, we need this to be as readable as possible. So I'm going to actually go back in here and I'm just looking for something that would maybe work. This will probably work just fine. Okay, we're going to use Hello Babe. Because you see how it doesn't have any like, it's just very straight. It's not, there's a word for that in typesetting, but I can't remember what it is. Okay, now we need our text that's going to go on top. And we're going to do, on this one, we're going to try putting Mary and in the cutout. And on this one, it'll just be Mary. And we'll see which one we like better. So you want a cursive for the inside part. I love this little coffee shop one because it's elongated. It's good to have a text on the top part that is stretched out, but not too tall because we don't want to ruin our top stuff. Ah. What am I doing? Thinking. Isn't there a way to turn this into like an object that I could then like stretch out? If anybody remembers what that operation is, let me know. Because the problem I'm having right now is I really want this to be taller so that I can, because this is pretty big in comparison. That's going to cut out a ton of our word. So I kind of want bright to be like stretched upward. We don't want to use offset for that. Okay, Justy says right click and then click weld. It's not an option. I thought it was something like that too. Oh, look at you. Oh, I could have done it down here in this menu too. Okay, so yeah, once we weld it, it's now like an object. There we go. We want this to be like really tall because then the proportion makes a little more sense. And remember that you can move layers to the top by just dragging it in your layers panel over here. I'm also going to make this white so we can actually see what we're doing here. Actually, hold on. Let's just make some real colors. Let's put some colors we would actually use so that we can see what we're doing here. Oh my. We'll do this for now. Okay. I don't like this and sign. I'm being so picky today. I'm going to undo the and sign. And let's go ahead and weld our Mary. You could do it down here too as well. So now that's an object and I can stretch it out a bit. Because just like I wanted the other one to be really tall, I want this one to be really like long and skinny. So We'll do it the and later. Like I'll find a spot for it. Have no fear. But I've seen this done a couple different ways. So I'm going to show you both ways I've seen it done. And if anyone has a third way they want me to do it, let me know. One way is just to use slice with the word, with a rectangle, like behind the word. And that would be if you want like a clean slice. So you can add a shape over here. This is fun for me. I hope this is fun for you guys. I like playing with this kind of stuff. I don't set time to do this very often. All right. And I'm just going to like kind of put it over sort of where the word is going to be. And then I want to click on my shape first and then shift click on my bright and then select slice. And when it does that, it's going to punch through the bottom layer and I can delete everything that it sorted out there and move my little Mary back to the top here. It definitely made let's make that a little thinner. I'm going to undo and make this a little smaller because I don't like that it's making my G look like a C. Boo. Okay, so we're going to do more like that size. All right, I'm deleting all those extra layers now because we just want the punch out. And then I'm going to move Mary to the top. And now we could like place this how we wanted to. And that's like a very simple like knockout text. It's not my favorite look because I think it looks a little too blocky, but some people really like that style. And I've even seen people come in and take like the rectangle again. Gosh, there's like so many things happening in this window right now. Hold on. Whoops. I want to make, well, whatever. All right. Then they make like a little line right here. Can I do this? I just want, okay, struggling. I want to make it longer. How do I'm going to unlock the proportions here so I can make it there we go. I just want it to be longer, not taller. But they like kind of clean it up even more by doing this little thing, which I think is kind of, if you're going to do this style, I think this is nice. I think it's cute like this. And I'm going to make a second one, put it on the bottom. And it kind of like just like blocks everything in. You'll see it's going to come together, I promise. I'm going to make it the same color as my letters here. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to align them to each other perfectly by selecting both. I selected the wrong thing. By selecting both and then selecting align horizontally. We don't need to center them vertically. Okay. Am I going too fast? Is this making sense to everyone? And then I'm just going to move Mary to the top again. So then you could really like play with this a little more and even make it like overlap a little more if you wanted to. It doesn't have to fit perfectly. But that's option one. That's what I've seen a lot of people do. And I think that that's cute. You can even go the extra mile if you're really feeling it. And hold on, let's make that invisible for a second. And you could select all three of these elements here, both of our rectangles and the word. And you could even weld that together. And it would reduce the cut lines. So now you see these, instead of having all these individual cut lines, it's just one solid piece now, which just makes it look that much cleaner. And then we can bring back our letters, bring them back to the top again. And there you go. That's the first way to do it. So I think if you're looking for a really clean look and if you want if you want a clean look, I love that. The other way I've seen people do it, we still got to figure out a way to put the and in here at some point, is to make an offset. So the way we're going to do that, we're going to set everything how we want it. I want this out just a little bit more. It looks kind of stretched, but like, honestly, I kind of like it like that. And again, I'm kind of keeping an eye for this like G right here, the spot on the G, because if we cut that out entirely, it's going to look like a C. So I'm going to bring this down just a little so we make sure we can see that top part of the G. And then I'm going to go to offset. And I like a small offset, like, let's see what that looks like. When you click away from it, it's going to preview it for you. I don't know if you guys can see down here that it's previewing the thickness of that offset. But I usually go for like 0.15, maybe even 0.155 if I want it just a little bit thicker. And I always like a rounded corner, so we're going to go with that. And then I'm just going to hit apply. Now, I'm going to toggle the visibility on our little Mary right here, because now instead of punching a rectangle through using slice, I'm going to punch the offset through, and it's going to create a more like custom punch. So I'm going to select both of those. I'm going to select slice, and I'm going to delete all that extra stuff that we don't need. So many extra layers when you do that. And then when I bring back my Mary, now it's like punched through perfectly, which I tend to prefer this look. I think it looks really cute. And you can make the offset even bigger if you wanted like a bigger punch. But I like it like this. I think it's clean and cute. So now we just have to go find a place. I'm not going to do this. I don't like it. Now we got to find a place to put the and. So I did Mary Bright. Mary Bright. And yeah, let's get an and sign in here. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm very picky about what the ampersand looks like with different fonts. Yay! Okay, I'm glad that you guys are learning a lot. I love playing with this kind of stuff. I'm about to make the font size on this way bigger so we can actually see this little ampersand here. I don't like this. That doesn't even look like an ampersand. So let's look at a different font for that. All right, let's pull in. What did we use for the bright? Does anyone remember what we used? I think we used Hello Babe. But that and sign looks really thick. I may choose like a third font entirely for this. I like and signs that look like the little, like an E, but I just didn't like that other one. Like that. I like those. That one's kind of cute, and it kind of matches what we're doing. Let's see. Not that one. Not to be picky, but anything but that. I also kind of like that one. I kind of like that one. What do you guys think? I'm going to play with it for now. And then if anyone has any serious qualms, you can let me know. Okay. Yeah, welcome to Crafting Addiction, CP. Oh, Patty, I just saw your message. I'm so sorry. Oh, Justy saw it too. Did you, Patty? I just want to make sure you saw Justy responded to you with who you can email about that. Let me know if you didn't see it. I can pin it for you. Okay, so for this and sign, I kind of feel like we've got some options, as we always do. I do need to move everything over, so we have some room here. I think we could put it out on the edge here. I'm going to weld this just like we did before because, oh no, are you not going to let me weld? Why can't I weld this? What is the meaning of this? What am I missing? Okay, what am I doing right now? Why can't I weld this? Oh, you know why I can't weld it? It's because it's one element. So to use the weld feature, you have to have multiple elements involved. So the reason why we were able to weld Bright and Mary is because there's multiple letters. So I'm going to do something a little wacky. This is like a little, yeah, that's what I was about to do, Justy. But I saw someone else do this and I was like, this is brilliant. So what they did Well, there's two, as always, there's multiple ways to skin this cat. So you could just type a period and then weld it. And then we're going to go get rid of the period because I want this to be welded so I can control, like stretch it out, which you can't do in the text editor. So I'm going to make 2. Then I'm going to go weld it. And then I'm going to go into contour right here. Look, we're going to use all these features. All right, I'm going to go into contour, hide all contours. And then I'm going to select my, wait, did I do that backwards? No, I did that right. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys again because I forgot which one to press. Sometimes contour is hard to remember, like how to select and deselect things. But essentially what contour allows us to do is manage the, like what we actually want to see for that one layered thing. So anyway, I'm going to go to contour. You always want to start with hide all contours because now whatever I click is what I want to see and everything else I want to delete. And contour is cool because it gives you like a lot of customizability over your designs because you can basically look cut for cut. So if I just clicked the ampersand like that, you can see it shows up like a darker shade now. But because contour allows you to select cut lines individually, I also need to select the holes on the inside of the ampersand to indicate that I still want it to cut out those holes. Like if I clicked X right now without selecting those holes, it's going to look like that because you have to select each individual cut. So now I could go back into contour and say, no, I want you to cut out the holes as well. And then now you have an ampersand that looks correct, but we got rid of the period and we still get to play with it. So that's a little fun fact because I want this ampersand to be like a little tinier, a little skinnier. It's looking less like an ampersand. I feel like we could put it at the front maybe. What color would we do it in? Pink? I think that's like okay. I don't love it. Another thing I feel like we could do is put it in the background. Like big. What is happening here? Okay, so it would have to be really big. But I feel like there's, I don't know, maybe maybe it was a different color. Why is this feeling like the Grinch all of a sudden? Oh, because of that. I think that's kind of cool. We could give it an offset also. Let's make that a little bigger. I just made it smaller. Numbers. It's kind of cute. Changing the color of our offset. I'm not certain that it looks like an ampersand, but I think enough people have seen Merry and Bright to know that that's what we're trying to do. What if we put it knocked out of a circle, then off to the left? Ooh, okay, let's try that. Let's get this one. Actually, let's just grab all this again. I like to have options, as you can tell. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this offset. I think I kept only the offset. Yeah. All right. Also, if you, right now I have all of my shapes unlocked. So if I'm going to be, oh no, this one's actually locked. Sorry. If it's unlocked, it means I can like free transform it. But if you hold down, what is it? Control? What? Oh. One of them. Control? Nope. Nope. There's a hotkey for controlling for locking it. I don't remember what it is. So we just won't do it. Okay, you said, what if we put it knocked out of a circle, then off to the left? Okay, so what Justy is saying is really interesting. So we're going to add a circle. I am really struggling today with the hotkeys. All right, so let's make that circle like kind of overlap. And we want it in the back. Ooh, I kind of like the overlap there. How fun is that? What color? Good morning, Irma. Welcome to the party. We need a good color for this. I kind of like that bright blue. This might not be what you were talking about doing. Oh, yellow. Good idea, Christy. I kind of think this like pale yellow. Ooh, that's cute. Okay, so now we're going to pull our ampersand into the circle, but it doesn't matter what color it is because we're going to slice it through. So let's select our ampersand and the background. Also, when you're using slice feature, how we've been using it, if it's ever like grayed out and you can't use it, I can almost guarantee you 90% of the time, your problem is that you have more than 2 elements selected. So like if I accidentally like had bright clicked and then I'm holding down shift and I'm selecting my 2 things that I want to knock out, see how I can't slice anymore? You can only slice 2 elements at a time, like no more, no less. So basically the way the function works is I need to tell it what do I want to make, what do I want my cookie cutter to be, in this case, an ampersand shape. And then what am I punching the cookie cutter through? In this case, a circle. So 2 elements, no more, no less. And then when I select slice, also your slice result is always going to become your top layer, which is kind of annoying, but such is life. And then I'm just going to delete everything I don't need. And now I'm going to drop that back down to the bottom. I kind of wish I had moved it like to the right just a little bit. Let's fix it. It's going to drive me nuts. Then we delete everything extra because it gives you a ton of extra layers when it does that. I love this. I'm actually going to get rid of these ones. We don't need them anymore because I'm really enjoying this one. Okay, what else do we want to do to this? Because this is fun. It's also giant right now. I keep like blowing it up. It looks so cute. What if we... I kind of want to see like what all can we do with just shapes, with just free shapes. Any ideas? Should we add to it or should we just leave it? So far we've played with slice, weld, contour. Offset. I feel like those are really like the most commonly used functions. Also, does everybody know about color sync? I do want to talk about this for a second. This is a design I was playing with earlier that's from Design Bundles, which by the way, sneak peek, this is in the dollar deal this month in a pack with a bunch of other ones, and they are so cute. But anyway, if you're unfamiliar with color sync is really cool because it allows you to minimize the amount of colors you have in a project. But I kind of use it for something different sometimes. And that's if there's like a color scheme that I really like and I'm trying to match it, especially if I'm doing like a print then cut project and I want the colors to be exact, I pull in the design that I really like the colors of, and then I use color sync to match my existing project with those colors. So let me show you what I mean. I really want to keep this as is, so I'm going to duplicate it really quick. And then I'm going to hide this one. That way we have one that stays the same. But like, let's say that what's one that I really like? Like, I do really like, oh, I did not mean to delete that. I meant to hide it. I really like this particular color pattern. And if I wanted to do this design down here as a print then cut, but I wanted it to be these colors, and it was important that I like get it right, you can use color sync for that. So I just pop over here and you can see it's going to show me all the colors in the project. And then you can just click and drag. So I can drag this and say, oh yeah, I want that to be that exact pink color. I want this to be that exact blue color. And this is already the same color, so I wouldn't have to drag it. But in doing that, you can get like the exact same colors using ColorSync. And then I don't actually want to use this. I just wanted to use it as like my color reference. So then I can just go hide it. And now I've got that same color pattern, but on a different project, which is a really good use of ColorSync, especially for sublimation or print and cut. Christy, I like your idea of adding snowflakes. So let's do it. Let's try to make snowflakes using only free shapes in Cricut Design Space. Now, what we should do is just go to design bundles, because I guarantee you there are a million really good snowflake designs over there. But let's just see if we can do it. I guess like we'll start with a plus sign. We're probably also going to want, this is going to be so hard. I shouldn't do this. Oh, it's going to be hard. Okay. Oh no, can we do it? Do you guys think we can do it? I think we can. Let's see if we can do this. How would I do this? Hi, Karen. Yeah, I like those colors too. For reference, here's our other one. Where'd it go? Which I still like both of them. They're just very different, but they're cute. They're both cute. Okay, I'm trying to make a snowflake. What I really want to do, I only want half of this. Like I just want the little V. You know what we should do? We're going to use text for that. And we're going to do it in Cricut Sans. What the heck? There it is. Okay. Now we're talking. So we're going to make like a little, this is so funny that we're doing this right now. We're going to use the rest of the time trying to make a snowflake. All right. I'm actually going to add, we're going to have to weld this. I'm going to have to add a period and then go into contour and get rid of my period. Okay. Here we go. So now we want, I need the thickness to be right. I need the thickness to match. It looks like I'm making a stick man laying down. Okay. Let's see. Can't I make this bold? Or maybe let's just get a thicker font. I think like I'm using all this time when I could just get a thicker font. I think that's our problem here. Oh yeah. That's our problem. Because we could make it kind of like a, what kind of snowflake do we want? You. This is quite something. Okay, wait a minute. Proportion is a problem. But, okay. Yeah, this is what we need to do. We're going to weld just like we did last time. I'm going to go contour it. This is quite something. Let's zoom in on it. All right, so now we want those little V's on all the different sides. This is going to be the ultimate test of like what all can you do with free shapes in Cricut Design Space. You know, you just got to use those letters to your advantage. This is, woo! Okay. I'm up for trying anything. Okay. We're getting somewhere. So now I'm going to weld this. I might regret that. I'm going to duplicate it, tilt it like 30 degrees. It's becoming a snowflake. And I want this like to be shorter though. Like it's inset a little bit. Too much. I'm also going to center these. We haven't played with that yet, but you can align, center horizontally, center vertically, and now it's like right in the middle. It's happening. Okay, let's weld again. Now, let's just add some detail. So I'm going to grab like a little rectangle. Oh, not that one. Square. I want sharp edges on this sucker. We're going to have to unlock it probably. Yep. Okay. We want detail. Like, you know, snowflakes have a lot of these like little lines and stuff. Whoops. Okay, that's good. And then what did I just do? Okay, there we go. Oh, I was trying to duplicate it. There it is. Now I want another one on the other side. I could like sit here and do this all day. That's probably not good. Okay. Do we think that this is like becoming overkill? Maybe. We could also put little tiny V's on these. I don't know. I think it's going to look cute. I have faith in this project right now. I didn't at the beginning, but now I'm feeling it. The most annoying thing is when you grab the wrong piece and then you move your whole design. Okay, let's weld again. Actually, this piece needs to be like a little squattier. I keep looking at your side of the screen to see how it looks. Okay, we're gonna weld again. And then we're gonna add one more little layer to this snowflake. Oh yeah, Justy, we're not thinking about that. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about the fact that if you had to actually weed this project, that would be torture. I'm going to change the font on this particular V. I need something like a little bit wider. We used that before and that. Okay, gotta weld this again. So we're gonna need a little period and we're gonna have to do that little game we keep doing where we weld it and then we go to contour, hide all contours, get the V, get out of it. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna make this even worse to weld. I mean to weed. If you had to weed this, you would be in tears. Okay, we have a weird thing happening right now because I have it tilted and I'm stretching it while it's tilted. So actually, just a little pro tip. See how it's like I welded it at an angle, which was stupid because now when I stretch it, you see how it's like torqued to the side? That was dumb. So now I have to do it again because you really want to weld things when they are at like even on your XY axis, or else when you go to stretch it out, it's going to be whack. So now I've done the right thing. So now when I twist it, even when I stretch it, like it makes sense now because, you know, I didn't, I welded while it was still in the right orientation. This is about to be a very detailed snowflake. But you know what? That's what we're here for, the challenge. I like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of those V's. Got it? I'm going to group them so that I can duplicate them all around our snowflake. And I'm just going to manually rotate them. You could use like the flip function here if you wanted to. But I know for a fact that this isn't all aligned perfectly. So I think that it might be faster to just do it this way. We're making our way around our little snowflake. I could just continue adding detail though, and that's really a problem. Like at some point we got to call it good, you know? It is 11:53. This will be the last thing we do, and then we'll put it on our design and we'll see our finished product here. Using all of our Cricut Design Space features. This has actually been a really good little like exercise in practicing different Cricut Design Space functions though. Remember that the only thing we used was V's in a couple different fonts and rectangles. Oh, and a little plus sign at the beginning. Look at that snowflake. Now I kind of wish I had made it thinner all the way around. But it's okay. All right, let's weld again. Actually, I want one more copy of those V's before I weld because I might use those for something in a second. Weld. I'm going to ungroup these because I do have this one last idea is to make, I wonder what it would look like if we did like, no. No, that's just too much. That's just too much. I'm not doing it. Plus, we're about to shrink this down because this is a giant snowflake right now. Let's make it maybe that light blue color. Look how big it is. But at the right size, that looks like a snowflake. But you're right. Weeding that would be truly terrible. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. Let's do some white ones too. Actually, we're just going to add some little round ones because it would be like there's a lot of snow, you know. We might also want like some just little dot ones that are white. Also, if you work a lot with like white vinyl or like white designs, you can change the color of your canvas in Cricut Design Space. I almost never remember that you can do that, but you indeed can. And it makes it easier to see when you're working with a lot of white vinyl, just as an FYI. Yeah, these little like round snowflakes, I think add a lot. Should we add another one of these? Yeah. What do we think? Should I spread them out some more? Like maybe put some more up high? I'm going to make them vary in size just a little more. We have so many layers right now. What do we think? Justy said, no, next week, let's make her weed it on a 2-inch ornament. Can you imagine? You would for sure have to reverse weed a snowflake like this, but I think that turned out really good, guys. We did a lot of stuff, and how fun. I love it. Also, as like a last hurrah, what I was talking about with knockout designs would be like this. What if I took this whole design, don't hate me, and welded the whole thing together, and then I've seen people do this a lot lately, and I think it is actually quite cute. Hello? Oh, there it is. Whee! You can actually just punch through the whole thing if you want. Like, use weld. I mean, it looks a little crazy because we welded like something that... Hold, please. Let's pick a different one to weld through. But you can punch through like anything. Let's do this. Where'd our weld? There we go. Let's weld this. There we go. And then I could take like a circle or something. Come on. Wow. It's like so small that I can't even change the size of it. There we go. Moving that to the top. Before I do, if I was like going to sell this or something, I would always align it before I do any cutting. But this is the kind of knockout design I thought we were talking about. Voila. So those are fun too. Those are fun to do. But yeah. There we go. Look at us. Crafting pros today. Woo! I feel like I did a lot there. What do you guys think? Do we want to do more stuff like this where we do stuff in Cricut Design Space? Or I work a lot in Inkscape too, when I'm like designing files. So we could play in there some. I think these are like good skills to know because especially like you guys, next week is the dollar deal. So you'll hear me like talking about this all the time. But I'm always saying like, oh yeah, you could use this file for this. You could use this file for this. But you do have to have like some background knowledge about how to manipulate like these files and stuff. So we could do this more for sure. Nina, you want to do Inkscape? I think Inkscape is very fun. It has a steep learning curve, but we could do it. We could do it in here, I feel like. So yeah, we'll think about that. We may do more stuff like that. I think that'd be really a good time. And Inkscape is cool because you can really do anything in Inkscape. It doesn't have the same limitations that Cricut Design Space does. But it is kind of scary for people. So we may have to like start slow, but it's very fun. We could also do some stuff in Procreate, which is a drawing app, or even like Canva. We can play. We can play quite a bit. So yeah, happy chaos crafty hour on a Friday. I hope you guys had so much fun. I'm about to go eat some lunch because it's noon here now and I haven't eaten yet today. Wait, yes, I did. I don't actually remember if I had breakfast or not, but that actually is irrelevant because I'm hungry now. So I am going to eat lunch, but I will see you all here. We are not doing crafty hour next Friday. Just FYI, we're not having crafty hour on Friday next week because it's the dollar deal. So instead, we'll be live on Wednesday at 10:30 Central Time for the dollar deal. So, okay. Bye, everyone. See you next week.